in the heart of London, lived three siblings, Wendy, John, and Michael Darling. Every night, Wendy would tell her younger brothers fantastical stories about a magical boy named Peter Pan. They believed he would visit their nursery just to listen, and one night the legend became reality. Peter Pan himself appeared, darting around the room, desperately trying to catch his own shadow, which had detached from his feet. Wendy, ever so helpful, offered her sewing skills and neatly stitched it back on for him. It was then that Peter introduced the children to his tiny, shimmering companion, a fairy named Tinker Bell, whose jealousy sparkled almost as brightly as her dust. Peter, impressed by Wendy's stories, had a grand idea. He invited the darling children to fly away with him to Neverland, a magical island where he lived with his friends, the Lost Boys. How would they get there? With a little bit of Tinker Bell's fairy dust and a lot of happy thoughts. In a moment of pure magic, Wendy, John, and Michael floated up out their bedroom window and soared across the moonlit London sky. They followed Peter past the second star to the right and straight on till morning, finally arriving in the wondrous Neverland. It was a world teeming with life and adventure, shimmering mermaid lagoons, dense jungles home to brave warriors, and the dark, looming threat of pirates. In Neverland, Peter Pan was the fearless leader of the Lost Boys, a group of children who, like him, had never grown up. Wendy immediately stepped into the role of a mother, mending their clothes, telling them bedtime stories, and bringing a sense of home to their treetop hideout. John and Michael eagerly joined in on all the daring escapades. But every hero needs a villain, and Neverland's was the most fearsome pirate of all. Captain Hook despised Peter Pan, who had long ago cut off his hand and fed it to a crocodile. That same crocodile now relentlessly stalked Hook, its presence announced by the tick-tocking of a clock it had also swallowed. Hook's sole mission was to get revenge on Peter. The days were filled with thrilling adventures. The children battled pirates on the high seas, narrowly escaped their clutches, and swam with the beautiful but mischievous mermaids. They allied with the noble warrior, Tiger Lily, and her tribe in every fight and every challenge. Peter's unmatched skill with a sword and his clever tricks ensured they always came out on top. But Peter was different. He was forgetful, sometimes selfish, and didn't quite understand the deep feelings that Wendy was beginning to experience. He lived for the fun of the moment, never thinking about tomorrow. After many weeks of endless adventure, Wendy began to feel a pang of homesickness. She missed her parents, her warm bed, and her old life. She realized it was time to go home and grow up. She persuaded John and Michael, and even the Lost Boys, to return to London with her, promising they could all be adopted by her loving parents. But Captain Hook saw his opportunity for a final, decisive blow. He captured Wendy, her brothers, and all the Lost Boys, bringing them aboard his ship, the Jolly Roger. His plan was simple and cruel. Make them all walk the plank. Just as all hope seemed lost, Peter Pan swooped in to save the day. He challenged Captain Hook to one last epic duel right there on the deck of the pirate ship. Swords clashed, sparks flew, and after a dramatic battle of wits and skill, Peter finally defeated the pirate captain, sending him tumbling overboard into the waiting jaws of the ticking crocodile. With Hook gone for good, Peter took command of the ship. He sailed it through the clouds, all the way back to London, and delivered the children safely to the Darling family's doorstep. Mr. and Mrs. Darling were overjoyed and happily adopted all the lost boys, but when they asked Peter to stay and become part of their family, he refused. The idea of growing up, going to school, and following rules was his greatest fear. He was, and always would be, the boy who wouldn't grow up. Before he left, he made a promise to Wendy. He would return every spring to bring her to Neverland for a week of spring cleaning and new adventures. And with a final, cheerful crow, he flew out the window, back to his home among the stars, forever the magical, eternal youth of Neverland. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.